Today, our guest is Dr. Fassi Yusuf, political communications consultant and lawyer. Thank you very, very much.
My pleasure, Yori.
From time to time, sometimes you come out as the Oloye, which you are, and then sometimes you come out all debonair.
And that's what the Bible says.
This swag is, I appreciate this swag.
Sure.
Great to have you, Fassi. Great to have you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
But serious business, as the elections draw closer, one of our friends, Professor Tunde Samuel, an elder in APC, has said that the political barometer is going to be heightening as the weeks go by.
Yes.
And here we have it. Plan to, one of the papers puts it, it says it for all, plan for consensus candidate unsettles PDP, yes. 2019. Now, it's not just the PDP. I mean, even the blues, the blues...
The major political parties.
Yes, all the major political parties. And in particular, when you look at the ruling APC, they're still not, it's not yet Uhuru, apparently, because the APC would like, us to all look in the direction of direct primaries. Apparently, the governors are not too happy with that. Politicals are not too happy with that. So, concentrating on APC for the moment, it's untidy. It's untidy, and you would have thought that we shouldn't have this. Yes, there can be consensus. Yes, there can be direct. Yes, there can be indirect. But the party says the direction we're leaning in is direct. Everybody says it's fair. What's the problem, Fassi?
Well, I think the problem arose from the outcome of the National Working Committee's decision that the three components in the Constitution, i.e. consensus, direct primaries, and indirect primaries, will be used. And that at the presidential level, the indirect primaries, the direct primaries will be used.
At the presidential level?
Presidential level.
But everybody else will be indirect.
And that at the state level, each state will determine its own peculiarity and be able to decide whether it should be consensus by consensus or by direct primary or indirect primaries. So there are pundits who are saying that, look, yes, consensus could be it, indirect primaries could be it, and others are saying, no, it should be indirect primaries. And 2 days after, the acting National Police Secretary came out to say that, look, what you are saying is that it should be through indirect primaries. And the state said, no, that was not what was agreed upon. And there was no way, because the arguments for and against. You see, for you to bring in any system, but there must be logistics, there must be adequate plan. If we talk about consensus, it's fraught with a lot of manipulations. Okay. Depending on who you know, depending on godfatherism or godmotherism, or whatever you can bring into play. Then those who are saying that, look, let's go for direct primaries. Then they are saying that, yes, let's have a level playing ground. Everybody should be able to, as long as you're a member of APC, as long as you have, you're a card-carrying member of APC, you should be able to participate in the primaries. The others are saying that, look, let it be indirect. That is, our representatives. For example, at the ward level now, they have ESCOs. At the senatorial level, they have ESCOs. At the local government level, they have ESCOs. At the senatorial level, they have ESCOs. At the state level, they have, and at the national. So all these people will be allowed to represent the generality of members. But what we have known in the past, and if the past was anything to be looked at, it will show that, look, some people compromise themselves. Money change hands. At the end of the day, it is the highest bidder. I remember a friend telling me that, look, those of us in the executive, this is the time we make our money. Some will come with 100,000, some will come with 50,000, some will come with 25,000. And it means we are not actually practicing democracy. So whichever way you look at it, there are bound to be problems. And the problems have started manifesting themselves. We can only pray that our people will know the gravity or the essence of what they are doing to the extent that they will allow their conscience to take charge of their decision.
There will be problems, as you said, because of how you have analyzed what can go on with indirect primaries. But direct primaries themselves, that is looking like an ideal. An ideal
that is also fraught with a lot of problems. Logistics, for example, now, do they have a comprehensive register of members? Do they have, and again, how do you authenticate the membership cards? Do you have a system that will allow the entire membership to be open to everybody? Are we going to have mercenaries? Or just be handed over membership cards of the party to come there to vote? What about the crowd? How do you manage the crowd? Because it's just like going to vote. So if, for example, now, this is Scotch Fair local government. If we have 100,000 APC members and you're calling them out for the primaries, where would they be accommodated? Where are the ballot boxes? I mean, the logistics, the manpower, and all the rest. Mind you, this is intra-party. It is not something that involves INEC. It's not something that involves youth corpus. It's not something that involves the police. The police will only stay at a safe distance, just to forestall any breach of the peace. But will APC itself have the manpower? Because it means members of APC themselves will be the
officiating
people. They'll be those that will, supervise the primaries. So where will be the logistics?
Well, I'm imagining that...
when you talk about consensus too,
yes.
It means the whims and caprices of the leadership.
Exactly. So it looks like, well, whereas everyone has its pluses,
yes,
none is without minuses.
No.
None.
Just like anyone endeavor.
Yes, even though it does seem, at least judging by calls that came into the program over the days that we've been looking at this particular subject, it's the fairest. People feel that, yeah, this is what includes...
It is, if all
other
variables are constant.
Mm-hmm.
But the variables are not constant, especially in this part of the world. See, we have a way of exploiting whatever situation we have in this country. This is one of the most wonderful countries I've ever seen. In the other way, in quotes, in parentheses.
I understand.
That we can never get things right because we have warped minds. And our interests are not nationalistic, are not patriotic, are not godly. We have selfish interests. And that's why things don't work in this country.
Well, I don't know. Oshiomhole is no angel, the new chairman of APC, well, recently appointed chairman of APC. He's no angel, to be sure. But surely this whole matter about it's not going to be business as usual anymore is a sentiment that the president, first of all, extolled. And he seems to have, with
action... It's a cliché that we've had for too long.
But he's
connoting nothing.
He's an experienced politician.
He's connoting nothing.
And all these challenges that you enumerated, he would have been fully aware of them.
Oshiomhole is a trade unionist. And politics is different from trade unionism. That is a looter. A looter is different from politics where you harmonize interests. Harmonization of interests is what politics is all about.
Isn't that also what trade unionism can be all about as well?
No.
After all, they take a strong role in countries across the world.
The trade unionism is known to be fixated
on its objective.
Yes. This is what we want. We must fight for our rights. We must go into struggle until victory is attained.
Doesn't this country need that?
Excuse me. We need to put on our thinking cap. We need to be creative and strategic. we need to be able to be change agents and to be able to take cognizance of the world around us. Where is the world moving to? It was the same political party that came out to say, look, we'll take consensus, we'll take direct primaries, we'll take indirect primaries.
In the Constitution?
In the Constitution. No, as provided for in the Constitution of the party.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
The same political party came out to say, look, we'll be dealing with only
direct
primaries. And most of the party chairmen, state chairmen, and governors are saying, look, this was not what we agreed upon. And in any case, you cannot go outside the Constitution. Our Constitution provides for direct primaries, indirect primaries, and consensus. But again, the states are exploiting the provisions in the Constitution to deal with consensus candidacy.
And I suppose the only way out of this, if at all, would have been maybe if they had thought about it and had sought to amend the Constitution, but that probably wouldn't be the easiest.
No, it's not possible at this stage.
It's too close.
What would be possible now is for them to allow the Constitution to hold sway, for them to allow what the party says to be their guiding principle, their guiding philosophy, their Bible, their Quran. But then, as some states are saying, if we go for consensus, and those that are not satisfied may call for direct primaries or indirect primaries, and the majority have their way.
You know, because it's so close to the elections themselves that we're sort of arranging now with all of these primaries, if they are not careful, they just might not have, and I'm not using the word...
A cohesive...
Thank you, that's the word I need.
Yes.
A cohesive approach to selecting their candidate.
Look, like I said, it's not peculiar to APC. The same thing in PDP.
And it goes back to the motive. The motive.
Yes,
it's the motive that's causing all of this.
Example now, for what we are hearing, or what we are reading, consensus candidacy is unsettling the leadership of PDP.
Yeah.
Because of the backlash.
Yes.
The same, don't forget these 9 political parties that came together saying that Fela Durotoye will be the consensus presidential candidate. Others came out to say, no, we did not say that. Mogalu, or what's his name, came out to say, no. Then Showore also came out to say, no. So, whichever way. And as I said, politics is all about harmonization of interests and conflicts and all the rest to arrive at a destination. So it all depends on the management of these issues. If they are not properly managed, then you can have the various political parties in disarray.
And it would seem to me,
yes.
I don't know how you see it, it would seem to me that we're having these problems because our leaders who want all these offices are not being selfless enough about it. Instead of the national interest, instead of all of them to be quarreling on ideologies.
It is because...
It's about their personal situation.
It is because this country is based on fraud. We start with the Constitution. The Constitution, the 1999 Constitution is a fraudulent document. And in law, when we say that you cannot be something or nothing and expect something to stand on it, it is not possible. Until we clear the mess that we are calling the 1999 Constitution as amended or as not amended, we cannot get out of this problem. You see, it's a nightmare. The Constitution has made the legislature, the executive, so enticing, so attractive, so money-spinning that everybody wants to get there. If you make public office less attractive, then all these problems will not arise. And that is the fundamental issue. If we don't restructure this country, if we don't, the Constitution, if we don't have a new Constitution of the people, by the people, for the people, we'll continue to have problems in this country.
Good morning, Mr. George.
Good morning, Uncle Yori, and good morning to your guest.
Yes, thank you for calling in.
Uncle Yori, please permit me to disagree with the pessimistic approach of Dr. Yusuf to this issue of direct primaries. Direct primaries is the way to go, ultimately, even if we may have logistic problems as of now.
We've said it is the ideal.
Yes.
It is, certainly.
So he agrees with that much.
Yeah,
that
that
it's
point.
the ideal.
Except for now, the logistics are not there.
It's the idea, but the picture he seems to be painting is that because of some logistic problems, that it is not feasible. It is feasible. There is nothing good that is easy to achieve. Direct primaries, when conducted, doesn't mean that it will be so unwieldy as he painted it. Wards organize themselves to local government levels and to state levels. And then the results are coordinated. It's not as rowdy as it is. Look at it was done in Osun. And it was successful. If it could be done in one state, almost seamlessly, why can't it be done in other states? We should be positive about, inviting new ideas.
Mr. George, Mr. George, why do you think, what can you imagine is the reason for the pushback, apparently by governors, who by and large are not down with this?
It's because of selfish, interest. Many of the governors want people to succeed them, people that they choose to be, their puppets. And they want to determine who goes to the National Assembly, who goes to the state houses of assembly. But, we cannot be living at the whims and caprices of governors. And that is why things are really not working. When you elect people to represent a group of communities, they end up serving governors and they are paymasters.
Okay.
They do not take independent decisions. So it is one, when my Jimmy came on this program recently, Uncle Yori,
yes,
I was advising, and I still insist, that INEC should, as a matter of policy, make a law that no political party should do any other type of primary other than the direct primary. They should make it a law in due course.
Yes.
So that you don't have any other option.
All right.
Then can politics be a game for the people, not a game for just the few privileged people who have been making us dry in this country.
Indeed. And thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling in.
Let me just say something about what the contributor said. Look, I'm for direct primaries. But the point is, the Osun case he mentioned, some of them pulled out because they could not rely on the register of members. Because anybody may decide to register as a member of APC. In the absence of adequate logistics or arrangements, how do you determine when to draw the line? How do you now verify who is who? Do they have membership cards that are fraud-proof? Do they have a membership register?
This is where I was going to the other time when I said Oshiomhole is a highly experienced Nigerian politician.
Yes.
He's seen it all. He's been there, done that. Nobody can tell him about the political corridors of his country. Now, if he is spearheading this, it won't be because he sees that it's politically
what
impossible.
I'm saying is that I mean, it is the best if we're to go by any standard.
And clearly the APC chairman thinks it's an entirely doable affair.
But as I'm saying, for now, it is not realistic because it's subject to manipulation.
You think it's not, that direct primaries are not realistic?
For now.
For now.
Because none of the political parties have even cast that will be fraud-proof.
Okay, let's see what Mr. Oluwole has to... I just lost Oluwole from Surulere. But that's a bit,
It's
final.
unsettling. Yes.
It's unsettling and a bit final because the ruling party has said that this is our preferred direction.
When INEC...
The governors are pushing back.
When INEC with its might...
And here are you, a political analyst saying that it's not easily doable.
How many months will it take INEC to give you a voter's card?
Well, that
we collect that within 2 months, 3 months. So some have been battling to collect permanent voters card now for 2 years.
And at the same
no
time,
political party.
And there's so many voters cards lying
uncollected.
Uncollected.
And how many political parties have permanent membership cards? Rather than all these cards that you just go to the printer, you print, you just write the name and all the rest. So anybody that is interested can compromise.
Okay, let's hear it from Mr. Jinodu in London. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Oh, thank you very much. I called earlier in the week to talk to say something about the monetary aspect. And your guest here this morning have already stated that because of the monetary aspect, that's why we're having all this problem. If anybody has to go to the House of Senate, to the Senate or House of Representatives, they shouldn't be getting at the most 25% above the permanent secretary. If the monetary aspect is less attractive, we will have all these problems. Because we have so many loving-minded people who are ready to sacrifice their ability and compassionate for Nigeria. But because of this monetary aspect, that is where the problem is. And until we get rid of this, Uncle Yori, if I may ask you, the 580-something billion, which was added into the budget, who gets what? And what are they going to do with it? You tell me. They are there to make laws, not to go there and start sharing billions of millions of naira of taxpayers. Please, until this issue of monetary aspect being attracted into these offices, with that we Nigerians try as much as possible to eliminate it, the problem will continue. Thank you very much, Yori.
Thank you very much, sir, for calling in Mr. Jinodu from the UK there. Yeah, you said it. It's too attractive. In fact, you've even gone as far as saying that, look, until we restructure.
Yes.
In other words, reset.
Yes.
Now, that I can imagine
yes.
is not something that is going to be allowed easily because that would upset the status
because
quo.
The political class
yes.
will not allow it.
Yes. It will be their own self-destruction.
Because it will be sinking their extinction. Because the way it is now, honestly, this country can never achieve progress. We can never get to the Eldorado.
When you talk about the political class, that very political class, they could take part in this direct primary
They are not interested
and show their superiority if they have it.
Listen, politics is a game of number one. Politics is a game of money, number two. Politics in Nigeria is a game of godfatherism. So those three elements, when they are still in existence, it's difficult to achieve any progress. Because one, you want to protect, you want to preserve and protect your interests. Two, you want to amass wealth. Three, you want to have your stooges around you. Those people will say, look, you are God chosen, you are the best that has ever happened, you are the best thing God has ever created, and therefore, massaging of ego, egocentrism, and in this country, people like to be worshipped. Unlike in other climes where we see public office as an opportunity to serve society and mankind. It is not so in this country. You see somebody who can hardly afford 3 square meals a day, but once he gets there, he has outriders, he has dispatch riders, he has pilot cars and all the rest. So it starts to oppress people for people to know that he has arrived.
So political office is so lucrative.
Yes.
So very lucrative that it's become a problem.
We saw the president of France in our midst.
Yeah.
It was so simple, casual, not even with the kind of jacket you're putting on. It was at the shrine, popularized shrine. Nobody wanted to touch shrine. But he went there. Theresa May was around. The Chancellor of Germany, where did the paraphernalia? The aura in this country, once you are president, you are seen as God.
Well, they say...
once you become governor, you are seen as the demigod. So that everything around you the kind of food you eat, the kind of air you breathe, everything is special.
Prince, thank you for holding on in Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Okay, thank you, Uncle Yeri.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, there is a question I want to ask Uncle Yeri.
Sure.
I needed to find out something. If APC has agreed. Okay, can you hear me, Uncle Yeri?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, if APC has agreed to use direct primaries for the president, which is Buhari, are they going to conduct the direct primaries only in Abuja? Or are they going to conduct it throughout the state? So if the answer is yes, if they will conduct direct primaries throughout the state, why is the state governor saying they don't have register? Which of the register are they going to use to conduct the primaries for the presidential candidate? So why don't they also use that method for the state? Why do they prefer consensus candidate and prefer indirect for the state chapter?
Okay. I will answer that.
Thank you very much for calling in. Prince.
Because the sitting president, his candidacy is not contentious. Hardly you have anybody, any strong personality
within the APC
wanted to contest with him or slug it out with him. And therefore, it's more or less a foregone.
So it's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
Now, so, all the others that are not necessarily done deals,
yes,
that is causing the whole furore.
Yes. And as I said, the arguments for and against. But as in normal climes, direct primaries will be it.
Yes,
because it's representative.
All these things that you mentioned as the challenges of a direct primary surely will affect this particular one. The same matter of incomplete register and all of
because nobody is contesting with him. I've not seen anybody.
All those issues will be
and
academic.
Even if there was one little, I mean, a Nigerian, he has the right to, he says he's going to contest, but whether he's going to garner 10 votes or not, I don't know. But the point is that Buhari is a strong candidate of APC, and it's more or less
the candidate,
the presidential candidate. Because without Buhari, APC cannot stand today. Today, I'm not talking about tomorrow, but without the candidacy of Buhari, APC cannot be talking about presidential election.
Okay, Divine in Makurdi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Professor Nkoyere.
Oh yeah, now.
Claim it now.
Oh yeah, now. Yeah. Be going now.
Yeah, my contribution this morning is that the issue of consensus candidate. Well, if any party accepted that, it's also the same. But the best is indirect primaries. And the issue of election in this country.
Did you, Divine, Divine, did you just say indirect is the best?
Or direct?
Or direct?
No, direct is the best.
Oh, okay.
Direct is the best. And we cannot say that, we know for sure that APC, they are doing everything to see that they win the election. But I want to tell those that are there that they will fail.
We're not talking about failure. We're not talking about election. We're not talking about failure. We're talking about organizing the primaries. Divine in Port Harcourt too. Okay, thank you very much. No, it's not my Port Harcourt. You are in Makurdi. Divine, Professor Divine in Makurdi. Okay, we'll go on a break. Stay with us, please. We'll be right back. Still here with our guest, Dr. Fasi Yusuf, political communications consultant and lawyer. We're looking at this whole business of selecting, candidates for an election and the problems attendant. We've been looking at the APC, its push for direct primaries, and apparently most of the governors pushing back, and not everybody is on the same page there. Now, even when you move across to the PDP, we're reading, as you were saying earlier in the newspapers, that PDP is unsettled because of their plan, allegedly, to go for a consensus candidate. Okay, there are so many people in there already that are contending for the office. I think the former governor of Kano is there. The former vice president is in there. Those were front runners.
Former governors?
Former governors are all there. Now, former APC member, Senate President Saraki.
Former PDP. Returning member.
All of them. The thing is a mess. Yet, each one, like in a beauty contest, each one of those people probably see their chances as very, very good. And that's part of the problem. So here we are, the ruling party, there are the issues we were discussing up to the midpoint. Now even look at opposition. So what does all of this say?
What I'm saying is, you see, in Nigeria, the political climate is very fluid. It's very fluid. And it is because of the inherent interest in the system that is making it to be so attractive.
Yes.
That everybody wants to be there at all costs. Where in this world have you seen a major political party parading 12, 15 aspirants? We've had it we've had elections in America, we've had in Britain, we've had in France, we've had in Singapore, we've had in
yeah, but all of those places are not Nigeria. We do
what I'm saying,
we do our own things in our own way.
Look, we borrow the presidential system from America. Before January 15, 1966, we adopted the British political system. Now, in 1979, we went to America. We borrowed that and we enlarged and expanded that. I've now brought in things that were alien to what was obtainable in America. Because
you must think global and act local.
Local.
It's not British people that are going to come and run it here.
Listen.
The fact that it is Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba people and so on.
Singapore borrowed from the world and acted locally to suit the peculiarity of the country. Malaysia, the same thing. And that is why these countries have developed.
Okay. But
they've left us.
But some of them treading on democracy along the way according to our standards here. Sure, you understand?
Listen, no.
Treading a bit on democracy.
Oh.
Okay, because they were talking about, look, some infringements of rights going by the UK or US model.
Excuse me, I do define right.
Okay.
Listen,
I'm sorry to interrupt
some 10 years ago.
I'm going to let you return
I'll
to the subject,
tell you that some 10 years ago, I was in Singapore and I saw the former Prime Minister, Kwan Yung, what he said about democracy, what he said about freedom of speech, fundamental human rights and not the rest. I'll tell you that.
All right. Ade in the UK, apologies for keeping you waiting. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you for calling in. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good morning over there.
Good morning.
Good morning over there.
Yeah, good morning, Ade.
Yeah. What I wanted to say is I don't know why we keep on confusing ourselves, number one. And I don't know why you can't do what you should do just once and for all and forget about it. But for example now, this program, if you can record it, in the next 10 or 20 years, you still come back to this thing. So I don't know why you people that you are a presenter or the people that you call in for the program, I don't know why this matter, maybe you are not just bored about this matter. You just try to be calling, you just try to be talking about one matter, always, every time. Well, to me, whether direct or indirect primary, we just need to pull our house together and have a better system that we will not be copied from another or anywhere. Just simple like that, whether direct or indirect. But these people, it's like they are just for themselves, not for the general. Whether direct or indirect, for me, we just need a better system. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. I'm not too sure what he said. That we are matching on the spot, and he has not. He said we should find our own system, but didn't provide any suggestions. You know. Now you were talking about look, being in Malaysia, Singapore, was it?
Yes.
And hearing things that were said, but you know, we're not as. Part of our problem is that we cater to so many different interests.
So now, if you talk about infringement of fundamental human rights, China is the worst culprit. Why is America trading with them? Why is Britain trading with them? Why do you have all the factories in China manufacturing for America?
Well.
So, look.
You can call that international politics because people often look
but you were the one making reference to that.
People look the other way.
The other way?
Yes.
Then when we develop...
Governments look the other way.
Excuse me. When we develop to that level, whatever we do in this country, the foreign countries, especially the bastion of democracy, the bastion of liberty, they will be forced to look our own way.
Well,
but no matter the money we're making in this country, they'll be interested in helping us to loot the territory. Because when we make this money, we take the money to America, we take the money to Britain, we take the money to France, we take the money to United Arab Emirates and all the rest. People can only take the money to China to buy goods. They cannot invest the money in China. Because they know that the system there, once you are caught, you can be executed.
Well,
have you seen many people committing suicide in Japan? Many public functionaries committing suicide in Japan and China simply because once they are caught, they know the repercussion.
Okay. One more.
We are talking about democracy.
Yes.
Democracy that has killed many thousands of Nigerians.
Nelson in Benin. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir.
I'm your co-guest in the studio.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just want to talk about whether consensus, direct, indirect primaries. I just want to say that APC, PDP, they have a way of coming up with new, it's like putting old wine in a new bottle or putting new wine in an old bottle. It doesn't suit well for Nigerians. We've known.
So we need new wine and new bottle.
Okay.
Abi?
We know, yes. We know our strategy. We know their strategy. PDP has failed us for 16 years. APC has failed us for 3 years now. I personally campaigned for President Buhari. I didn't get a penny from him. Because I love when he was coming, I love the ideology of tackling corruption. Because I know that corruption is our problem. If we tackle corruption, Nigeria will grow. But the fact still remains. For the past 3 years, I've not seen anything that he has done concerning corruption. And two, you can see that people are rushing down to different, next year is election, and people have started campaigning and doing all sorts of things. I can bet you that Nigerian politicians does not fear God, Uncle Yori. Because when they want to swear into the office, they use Bible or Muslim or the other way around. Just imagine, Uncle Yori, that before they swear them in, they use Ayilala to swear them in. Do you think they will steal? They will not steal.
Okay. All right, then.
They will never steal.
All right, thank you very much for calling in. Appreciate your call. What you're saying in there is that we are ourselves taking advantage of this system, knowing that we've imported it and it can't work here. Maybe that's the concept of those who are saying that. Let them come, you know, as I saw the T1B, and that is what we have on our hands. If we were to play by all the rules, fairness and all of that.
Who defines the rules? Human beings. So that we're talking about, let's go to Socrates, let's go to Plato, let's do this and all the rest. But they were human beings. The fact that Socrates advocated something does not mean that we must, hook, line, and sinker, follow that philosophy. The fact that Plato said something in the Plato Republic, he said this, he said that, it does not mean to work with us.
But we're going to have thinkers if we're going to reject
thinkers. Yes.
Other thinkers.
Are we thinking in this country? Are we thinking?
Oh, okay. Because only thinkers probably can reject the ideas and constructs of other thinkers.
We have thinkers in the country, but they're not patriotic thinkers.
Or they're not, or they're being squeezed out.
They're selfish and egocentric.
Okay, those are the kind of thinkers we have in abundant supply.
Yes.
Okay, Tunde in the UK, good morning.
Hello, good morning. And good morning to your guest.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah, I have a question for Dr. Fassi. He made a statement early on at the onset of the program that the Constitution is fraud, which a lot of us believe it is fraud. But the question is that him as a lawyer and other lawyers in the country, is there a possibility that when they get to a dead end, in some cases that they'll say, here, these need to be amended or else they're not going to proceed? Because there are cases that we know that, they can just say, look, we're going to go on strike. If the executive or legislator, and also the legislator, which is the engine room, not in the House of Senate, that can change it to benefit all, not only the rich. They have to push and say, look here, the law needs to be changed. We have got to a point where we cannot proceed because this is just for the rich. And I believe there are lawyers in Nigeria that can say, look here, let's get together and push the legislator to change this law. Look at the other bill. Some time ago that they say an ex-senator governor, they charge him 750 naira. When it is not, this is an archaic law, and they've not modernized the law. I just want to ask you a question that please it can shed light and enlighten a lot of us whether they cannot drop tools and push the legislator to act so that some of these laws that they're finding difficult and they see the Constitution, they can help us.
Okay, thank you very much, Tunde. Activism by the legal profession.
Listen, one, the days of activism in the judiciary is gone. We no longer have the likes of Esho, Justice Esho, Oputa, and the rest of them. They're gone. Secondly, the Nigerian Constitution, to the best of my knowledge, I think I've been opportune to visit every continent of this world. I've never seen any constitution as bulky as what you have in Nigeria. The American constitution is like your passport.
Yes, yes.
24-page passport, even less. And yet it captures the whole essence of that nation, that great country.
Yes.
But in our case, we even imported the Land Use Act into our constitution. So many, because of our selfish interests. Yes. And again, for us to amend or to change the constitution, you need 2/3 majority from the state level. States, there are 6 states in the country, so it means 24 states out of 36 must agree to amend a particular aspect of the
But we
constitution.
can do that, can't we?
To change.
You don't think we can do that?
It's been a mirage.
You think so?
Yes. And again, you need 2/3 of the 2 houses.
Yes.
The bicameral legislation.
Assembly,
but unfortunately, because of the selfish interest, it's not possible. Now, why is it impossible? Number one, because of the fraudulent provisions in the Constitution and the political arrangements. You have a state, for example, like Kano, having about 20 or 20-something House of Rep members, a state like Ogun having just 9. And again, you have how many states in the north? You have 19 states in the north, including FCT, so more or less 20. And you have just 16 in the south. And it's a game of number. So if you don't have to, so they will perpetually determine what happens in this country. So if you have something that is against their interest, they will never support it.
They won't. So it's not about what is right.
How is it possible for you now to get, what sort of activism are you going to do to change the Constitution? Don't forget, Obasanjo tried. It was discovered that it was not even for the purpose of changing the Constitution, but the purpose of elongating its tenure.
Yeah.
Good luck, Jonathan tried. Nothing. We've not even seen the outcome of that.
But so, sure, are you saying, therefore, that we're condemned to this situation? We can't. What Ashomole is doing is trying to come out of it, but you're saying that, look, it's fraught with problems.
Look,
that's what you're saying.
Look, until we, the people of this country, we agree to decide on what to do with and for ourselves. This country will never get to
I wonder what would happen if therefore, APC, for example, theoretically, were to sit down, amend its constitution so that the direct primary was the only option available. So that
it's too late now.
I know it's too late for this. But going forward, seeing as the pushback we're getting,
it is possible.
From this, it is doable. Entirely possible.
It is doable.
YAQUB,
but they cannot achieve that now.
No, not for this particular project, this particular instance. Good morning, YAQUB.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Thank you for calling in. Sorry for to have kept you waiting.
Dr. Fati.
Good morning.
Yeah, you see, we are looking at 3 options here. And then for me, no matter how we look at these 3 options, consensus, indirect, and then direct primaries. And then the best option so far in these 3 options is direct primary. And then I have some reason for that. Number 1, if you choose consensus, do you know, security, for example, in Ogun State, they choose consensus that the gubernatorial aspirant should come from the Yewa side. And then all the party leaders in that state, they sit down together and then they agree that the gubernatorial aspirant should come from that area. And then, security, I can tell you, and then I may be wrong, I may be right, but I'm very sure I'm right, because I'm a politician in my locality here, even from my village, that I come to Lagos, before I came to Lagos. Usually, those elders party, they always taking a huge amount of money before they agree on some certain things. That is the truth of the matter. That is number 1. Number 2, usually they choose indirect primary. Indirect primary made a lot of money for those delegates. And then I can tell you, the people that is vote as indirect primary, those governors, before you go to the podium for you to go and vote, some of them will get as high as 500,000 naira. Some of them will get as high as 1 million naira, as case may be. That is sometimes anybody that calls that against indirect primary, direct primary, is because of some certain money that is come to that person. If we are saying that direct primary is so difficult, now they want to use same direct primary for Mr. President. If they can use such thing for Mr. President, how much more in our locality in a state, various states? Yes, some states like Borno State, they can be able to argue that because of security issues, they cannot go to direct primary. Yes, we agree with them. But there are some other states. What about Ogun State? As much as Lagos State has more population than those states, they still agree on direct primary. What about Ogun State? They said no. Kaduna State, they said no. Much more Kogi State, they said no. How much is the population of the voter in that area? Apart from that, you know why they are against direct primary is that those governors, they believe that if you just do direct primary, their candidates is going to lot out. If Nigerian citizen as a party member, APC party member, he has the right to vote for who is going to represent him there. That is to tell you that come to election, real election, he will deploy all the action to make sure that for the particular candidate.
YAQUB, what do you think of this whole, the difficulties of direct primaries that have been brought out?
Sir, there is not anything difficult about direct primary. If you say that it is difficult, as a member of the party, I have the card that shows that I'm a member of the party.
How about the register?
Direct primary, if I line up on the people that I wanted to represent,
register and call, register.
You check the card that I'm not a true member of that party. If I'm not, you let me go. Not let me to line up. So what are we talking about? It is a time for them to make more money. That's why they are against the direct primary.
All right.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much for calling in. So actually, I think one thing I'm guessing now is that, look, a problem might be difficult, but if people set their mind on it, that we will solve this problem, they're saying that it's entirely doable.
Yes.
The option seems to be to just roll over and die.
There is convergence of opinion, or consensus of opinion that direct primaries is the way to go.
Yes.
But my postulation is that, are we ready for it? Do you have the logistics to cope? When even INEC, with its octopus disposition, cannot even give you permanent voters card, then this card that I'm saying belonging to all these political parties, they are not fraud-proof. Anybody can sit down, you can go to a printer and print the cards because you know it's going to be...
And what you're saying applies across all of the parties,
yes.
across the board.
And again, there's no database of all the registered members of each of these political parties.
BENGA in Abuja,
so
good morning.
If they were to go for it, they should have done it long ago.
Good morning. Sorry.
My name is BENGA from Abuja.
Sure.
You see, as for APC, they have started on the right footing. But it's too late to enforce it because of where they are coming from. If we look at what happened for the past 3 months, it has been too much for APC. They could not really, if they have started this since last year, they will have been able to enforce it, get a register clean up, register new members, give them identity cards. What they have done is the right thing. At the center, let's try it for Buhari. He's the only candidate for now. But in the state, there are a lot of things. If you look at it, there are cases in court, even for the Congress. The water is very muddy. They don't want to rock the boat. But I'm telling you, between now and next election, which is 2023, you will see that there will be stability. If you go down, this will be enforced. So I'm in agreement what they have stand for, consensus, indirect primary, direct primary. All of us know that direct primary is the best. But if you enforce it now, you will do more damage than what you want to correct. You will do more damage, yes. I mean, look at it now. Many states now, there are two chairmen. People are collecting from here, another collecting from here.
Is it? Wait a minute. Would you consider it an exaggeration to liken what you just said to something like, look, it's going to be too disruptive and dangerous to tell the truth. So for now, let's desist from the truth.
What I'm saying is that if you look at, let me tell you, some people are presently in APC, they are one leg in one other party. They don't want those people to move. They still want to accommodate them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they want to accommodate those sets of people. Like now, Dogara, I'm telling you, if you go, you don't know where Dogara is. His own constituency lost to PDP. I mean, look at it. So people, they don't want to, okay, let's just make that we go after this, we now know who and who are in APC, who are by this ideology.
Yes.
Who are, from there now, they can start to standardize things. Get clean register, automate everything, digital registering. I mean, even they can have smart cards for their members. They just slot into their own the card reader, so to say. You get voted.
Okay.
I mean, it's a long time. They should not just rock the boat.
Okay.
What they're doing now is the best they can have.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes. We are in a conscienceless society.
You think so?
Yes, because we are planning to fail. So you see, general elections are always 4 years apart. So why are we just coming up with all these issues that are eating up the polity? Again, why is it difficult for APC, the ruling party, to put its house in order 2 years ago that, look, we're going to go for indirect.
Or direct.
Direct primaries. And therefore, let us start to plan 2 years back. Now, the National Working Committee came up with the idea that, look, we're going to use the 3. 2 days after, the acting National Police Secretary came out to say, it is direct primary or nothing. You see, when you send wrong signals, conflicting signals and others, you eat up the polity.
But it's not the National Working Committee, it's the constitution of the party.
The constitution of the party allows for 3.
Yes, that's
so you can take any.
Yes.
So find one from 3.
Yeah, exactly. So
now the states are saying we want to take the 3 as we like. And it's subject to interpretation.
Okay.
And it was the same National Working Committee that said, look,
no,
you are free to take anyone that you like. But for the presidential primary, we are going to have direct primaries.
As somebody has referred to muddied waters.
Yes.
Our last caller for the day is Lasisi in Badagry. Good morning, sir. Ogbeni Lasisi.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Please go ahead.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Thank you for calling in, sir. Good morning.
This is Lasisi calling from Lagos, Lasisi Amojo. The discussion has been very, very fantastic.
That's as much as you were able to register. Maybe it's because you were looking at the clock and we've completely run out of time as we sit down here. Well, so I don't know. People calling from home saying that it's difficult, but that is the road we must tread.
I mean, you see, as I said, there's convergence.
Yes.
There's consensus of opinion.
But
that's the way to go.
But time is not on our
side. It's not possible.
Yes.
If we look at the logistics, but then let our leaders be like Caesar's wife. They should be above board, above reproach.
Indeed. Well, we're going to have to leave it there. Dr. Fasi Yusuf, political communications consultant and lawyer. Thank you very much for coming.
My pleasure.
And that's our program. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folarin. Bye-bye for now.